There's a few brand new Nintendo Switch stories that just dropped today that we got to talk about, starting with the OLED model Switch Dock now being available for individual purchase, Sakurai being back in the news as he is again commenting on the potential future for another Smash Bros title to come to a Nintendo platform, and the big talking point for today's video is a big, massive game reveal that we now have confirmed to be happening at the Game Awards 2021, which is taking place tomorrow. What's up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now, as I mentioned, guys, we're hopping through a few different stories today, and I want to kick it off with the availability around the Switch OLED Dock, as we had previously heard that it would be sold standalone, but up to this point in time, since the OLED model Switch was actually launched back in October, we have not seen the availability around this dock as a standalone item. And as of today, we can see that it is being sold on Nintendo Store. And I want to kick off this conversation by hopping over to Nintendo Life, where they do have a nice little article typed up around the exact pricing and the release of this Switch OLED dock being available. Switch OLED dock can now be purchased separately. Back when the Nintendo Switch OLED model was announced, Nintendo revealed the dock would be made available for purchase as a standalone item. It is compatible with the standard Nintendo Switch, but does not include an HDMI cable, AC adapter, or packaging. One other catch is that it's not being made available at retail stores and is only available from Nintendo's online store in North America. The dock is available in white or black for $69.99 in the US and $87.49 in Canada. Here's a closer look. Nintendo Switch fans located in this region are also able to pick up dock cable covers, aka the back cover, in black or white. In the US, these covers will cost you $5.99, and in Canada, you'll pay $7.49. As previously noted, the main advantage of the OLED model is that it comes with a built-in LAN port. It can also receive software updates. On the downside, there's one less USB port. So while it is unfortunate that this is not a worldwide launch and it's only available in North American regions for now, I would be surprised if Nintendo doesn't eventually bring this to the other regions of the world, but for the time being, it is just for the US and Canada from the sounds of things. And you know, if you're somebody who maybe didn't want to upgrade to the OLED model Switch, but you did like the look of that new dock, or maybe you really wanted to have the built-in LAN port, which, you know, surprise, surprise, doesn't make that big of a difference because Nintendo's netcode and how they run their online service is a bigger problem than how the internet actually works to the console via Wi-Fi, but that's another topic for another day. It is interesting to me still that the Switch OLED dock can receive updates, and you know, there's really no reason that we know of that it would need to be updated, unless if Nintendo has some bigger plans and they want to make this the future dock, and maybe one day we can talk about that more powerful Switch again, but we will save that for a later video. But I do think that it is interesting, again, that the HDMI port in this thing is actually capable of higher resolution, and there is a software update dock button, so maybe Nintendo has some bigger plans for the future of the Switch dock. But regardless, you can go ahead and go over to Nintendo's website and store and purchase it for $69.99 US dollars. And I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below if this has you interested in picking up this standalone dock, or if you're somebody who's already gotten the OLED, and if you're anything like me and you think that maybe this thing being capable of the 4K 60 output in the HDMI port does tell that in the future Nintendo would eventually update this base dock to be compatible with future models of the Switch at a higher resolution. So I do look forward to hearing from you guys on all things about the Switch OLED dock being made available standalone in the comments down below. Now, the next story we're talking about today has to do with Mr. Sakurai being back in the news, who of course is the creator of the Super Smash Bros. Series. And you know, he's been making the rounds on various different media outlets that have been interviewing him. And of course, a common question that comes up in these interviews is, will we ever see another Super Smash Bros. Game? Because it definitely feels like Ultimate could be the ultimate send-off for the series, and it definitely also seems like we'll never ever again see this kind of roster as far as what Nintendo worked out in terms of partnerships, or at least not repeats of all the same characters. Like, maybe we ultimately get a bigger roster one day in the future, but Nintendo pulling off the same rights renewals for these same characters that they got done in Ultimate does seem like a far-stretched possibility. But to start off this conversation, I do want to hop over to Nintendo Everything, where they have the exact interview transcribed, and we can kind of see exactly where Sakurai's thoughts fall around a potential sequel for Smash Bros. In the future. Sakurai says it'd be best not to assume there'll always be a new Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Director Masahiro Sakurai has yet again commented on the future of the series, this time in an interview with IGN. Speaking with the site, Sakurai stated the following: I can't really think about future prospects at the moment. If Nintendo decides they want to make another one and offers me the job, that's when I'd start thinking about it. When you say returning to the series, it makes it sound like there's going to be another Super Smash Bros. Title, but currently there's no such plans. It would be best not to assume that there will always be another one. Apart from that, I may not necessarily continue with creating more games, as I could potentially go down a different path. As for involvement with the gaming industry, there are various ways to do that. I like to keep an open mind about what I should do and take a look at all the different possibilities. Sakurai reiterated that a new Smash Bros. Likely wouldn't include all the current fighters, noting that running such a game on a hypothetical new system alone would exceed the game's budget. At the same time, if we try to keep things fresh by shifting to a different genre or greatly changing the direction, then it's no longer a Super Smash Bros. Game. So clearly at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to wait and see what Nintendo and Sakurai come to a future agreement on, if there is any discussion at all. But if I am a betting man, I would say that Nintendo will want a future Super Smash Bros. Game to be released on something like a next-gen platform. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sakurai's back in the news in the future stating that he is hired for the job and has started development. But you know, he could also clearly go a different direction, and he's made that very clear as well. And it's also interesting to see him kind of comment on the genre that they've created with Smash Bros. And how it has to kind of be that game to be a true Super Smash Bros. Game, because I've even had some back and forth with you all in the comments around maybe them changing the direction of a future Smash Bros. Game and making it more like a 3-on-3 fighter style, something like a Marvel vs. Capcom. And while I do think ideas like that are very interesting, it's kind of cool to hear Sakurai's direct thought process on what makes a Super Smash Bros. Game, and it's clearly that platforming action style. So while I do think that that is a cool idea that maybe Sakurai could get behind a fighting game, it would probably ultimately be labeled something different, as it seems clear that they will always stick to this platform fighting style action game for what is called Super Smash Bros. But I want to hear in the comments section down below from all of you what you want from the future of the series, and if you do think it needs another installment. Like, obviously we're still pretty hot off the heels of the final bow on Smash Bros. Ultimate, but do you think whenever we wait another 5 years and we're talking about the Switch 2 or whatever the next gen Nintendo platform is, are you okay with having another Smash Bros. Released on there if it doesn't have anything near what the current roster was able to pull off with Smash Bros. Ultimate? I personally am. I think they'll refine the gameplay mechanics and actually, you know, make the graphical upgrades worth it and things. And we don't have to have every single fighter every single time. Like, Smash Ultimate was that for a reason. So that's where I land on the issue, but I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below around all things Super Smash Bros. And the future of the series. Now, the last story we're talking about today has to do with the Game Awards 2021, and it is hard to believe, but that is already taking place tomorrow at the time of filming this video, which will be Thursday, December 9th. So make sure you tune in if you're a Nintendo fan. I have a feeling we're gonna get some big announcements there, but one of those announcements that, you know, could have been a surprise was actually just revealed to us ahead of time, and that was from Jeff Keighley himself, as he officially confirmed that Sonic Frontiers, or the new Sonic game, which of course is probably Sonic Frontiers because we know that via the trademark that was set aside, and there was a leaker that called out that title ahead of time when we still thought it was called Sonic Rangers, which was probably just a development title. But regardless, we have it confirmed that not only will the new Sonic movie trailer be at this event, but also the Sonic game trailer will drop. So that is exciting information. That game is slated to come to the Switch, and I'm very excited to get a glimpse at what it's going to have to offer. But to kick off this conversation, I do want to read through the article with exactly what has been revealed and what we can expect in terms of new Sonic information at the Game Awards tomorrow. Next Sonic game, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie confirmed for the Game Awards 2021. The Game Awards 2021 will not have one but two new Sonic debuts. On the game side of things, Sega intends to show off the next core 3D entry in the franchise. The project was originally announced for Switch earlier this year with a brief CG teaser. Not much is known at present, though that should change come tomorrow. Sega has thus far committed to a 2022 release window. We actually don't have a confirmed name just yet. Other than gaming, we also have confirmation that the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie will receive its very first trailer. Yesterday, it was announced that Colleen O'Shaughnessy will be voicing Tails. We also have the first poster, give it a look above. So as someone who grew up as a longtime Sonic fan, I'm actually relatively hyped for this announcement and to see the new direction for a 3D Sonic game, and even the movie, because I don't know if you guys watched the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie, but after fan feedback around how terrible Sonic looked the first time, and then they went and reanimated him, and the story and, you know, the comedy, and it was actually pretty solid. Like, I did truly enjoy that movie from start to finish, and I'll be excited to see the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie. But alongside of that, of course, we're going to get some kind of a glimpse, at least release at the 3D installment that we know to expect from Sonic, and what it will be ultimately probably Sonic Frontiers. What I mentioned earlier is that Sega has filed a trademark from that name, and there was previously I believe it was like a Reddit or 4chan leak originally that nobody took seriously, but they name dropped Sonic Frontiers was the title for Sega's working Sonic project, which at the time we thought would be called Sonic Rangers. Then Sega later on, after that leak, actually goes and trademarks the name Sonic Frontiers. So that's probably what we're seeing here. We also know that it's being described as an open world game, so it will be interesting to see Sega try to pull that off and put Sonic in the open world, essentially the Breath of the Wild of the Sonic series. But how do you pull that off with the Sonic gameplay? I really don't know. They're gonna have to make it super interesting. They're gonna have to have a lot of different things in the world to make it, you know, keep you engaged and make you want to go around and explore. Like, I will be very happy to see the direction of this title be revealed to us, just because I can't quite picture what an open world Sonic game is all going to entail. And of course, in the 3D era, Sonic has by no means had the best track record. I would actually be okay with like a Sonic Adventures remake at this point. Like, that was definitely the heyday of 3D Sonic games in my opinion. But of course, we have seen some enjoyable ones come out. Sonic Colors Remastered recently dropped, which originally was a buggy mess, but it does seem they've worked through all of that kind of stuff, and that was one of the highlights, I would say, again, of the 3D Sonic series later on. But since then, it's kind of been hit and miss. There's definitely hardcore Sonic fans that enjoy every title. For me personally, I just haven't kept up with all the 3D installments over the years because they just haven't had that much to really immerse me in the world and the story and get me bought back into the Blue Hedgehog again. So I'm hoping that that happens with Sonic Frontiers. We obviously won't know anything until the game is really out, but at least we can maybe start to put our expectations towards what kind of title this will really be after tomorrow's Game Awards. So that's an announcement that we already know to be expecting in terms of Nintendo platforms. I will be definitely excited to see if any of the big speculation is announced around Zelda titles. Like, definitely tune in. You never know. It's not guaranteed to be there, but we could be looking at something like a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer with a title reveal. We could be looking at some kind of acknowledgement of Zelda's 35th anniversary. Like, there is a lot of reasons to at least be mildly hyped for this Game Awards announcements. And if you just look at Nintendo's track record as a whole at the Game Awards, like, there's definitely a lot of reasons for Nintendo fans to watch this event. So I personally would love to hear from you guys on all your thoughts on what you want to see around the new Sonic game, what direction you hope it goes, how you would picture a, you know, Sonic game in an open world, and what you think would need to be in there to make it really fun. So please share all your thoughts and feelings on all the different stories we talked about today in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around these topics. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I do at this point in the video want to invite you all one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on your way out if you enjoyed it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.